Sometimes the most powerful statements we make are the ones we never voice aloud. There is an unspoken strength that grows within us when we consciously choose silence, an intentional silence that guides us to deeper wisdom. Close your mouth and act without fear of losing is not a call to hide away or stifle your truth. Rather, it's a beautiful invitation to conserve your precious energy, to channel it where it truly matters, and to discover the quiet confidence living inside you. In our world today, we are often encouraged to share every thought, every plan, every emotion, as though silence is an omission rather than a choice. Yet there are moments when we benefit most by drawing inward, by holding our visions gently in our heart before offering them to the world. This gentle, sacred pause allows us time to nurture our dreams, to protect them from doubt, fear, or external judgment that can cloud our faith in ourselves. In that peaceful space, we find a reservoir of calm that breathes life into each action we take. This is not a silence of suppression, but of empowerment. A moment to recenter ourselves and decide how we want to move forward. By choosing not to speak every fear or doubt, we're not denying our reality. We're simply choosing to allow quiet intention to guide our path. Through stillness, we gain a deeper understanding of who we truly are and what we most need for our continued evolution. Yet no journey is without challenges. You might worry that if you don't voice your plans or gather external approval, your ideas won't seem real. You may fear losing support or recognition. But true spiritual growth asks, who benefits when we betray our own rhythm in order to secure fleeting validation? Acting without fear of losing means you trust your inner compass so fully, you don't need external applause to confirm you're on the right track. Take a brief moment now to gently place your hand over your heart and breathe into that quiet space. Sense the calm that arises when you center your awareness in self-acceptance and open-minded curiosity. Let a soft affirmation flow through you. I trust the stillness within me. I act from a place of quiet courage, free from the need for outside approval. In the coming sections, we will explore how to harness this power of silence, how to act boldly, how to nurture your dreams without fear, and how to do so from a space of love. Let us step into a warm, comforting space together where every heartbeat reminds you your power, your worth, and your capacity to create the life you desire do not depend on anyone else's validation. This moment, right here, is your invitation to embrace the deeper gifts of silence and action. Close your mouth if you wish, not to hold back, but to gather your energy and refine your vision. Then, when you move with fearless grace and unwavering confidence in the magic that unfolds when trust meets purpose. Consider the value of your own quiet presence, a wellspring of wisdom and composure that often remains untapped when the world grows too loud. In today's culture, there's a rising interest in mindfulness, silent retreats, and digital detoxes. These trends aren't mere fads, but signals that many people are realizing the importance of turning inward. Noise and distraction can unravel our focus, scattering our energy into countless directions. But true creation, profound clarity, and honest growth often arise from periods of intentional stillness. When you close your mouth, you are creating a sacred container for your hopes and visions, one that protects them from the constant inflow of opinions and judgments. In those gentle moments of silence, a powerful alchemy occurs. Your mind can rest, your heart can speak, and your intuition can bloom. Silence, in this sense, acts like a gentle caretaker, making space for creativity, possibility, and the sweet voice of the soul that often goes unheard. Moreover, this choice to pause your outward expression, be it for an hour, a day, or however long feels right, builds an inner sanctuary. Instead of explaining yourself or justifying your dreams, you offer your spirit the gift of breathing space. You learn to listen to the whisper of your heart, to the quiet hum of your desires, and to the subtle guidance that comes from within. It's in that hushed room of the mind that ideas refine themselves, revealing greater clarity than before. Take a slow breath and imagine your thoughts settling like glitter in a snow globe. Watch as the swirling chatter falls to the bottom, revealing a crystal clear center. This mental clarity is your foundation for deliberate, inspired action. Action that arises not from anxiety or the compulsion to impress others, but from a genuine alignment with your deepest truth. Allow yourself a moment to affirm, I welcome stillness into my life. In the space of quiet, I rediscover my true essence. Let those words settle within you. This affirmation is not about cutting yourself off from the world. It's about creating a loving environment where your own guidance can emerge. Recent self-help conversations have also highlighted the importance of maintaining boundaries around our personal aspirations. By not sharing every spark of inspiration prematurely, we guard our dreams as they take root. That doesn't mean you hide your light. It means you allow it to kindle until it shines bright enough to be recognized for what it truly is. This is the gift of inner stillness, a refuge that replenishes your soul. When you learn to cherish quiet, you cultivate the soil where self-confidence grows. In the next section, we'll explore how to release the need for approval, shifting your focus from external validation to the rich, affirming relationship you have with yourself. Through that shift, you'll discover the freedom to act without fear of losing, anchored in the strong foundation built by sacred stillness. So often our fear of taking action stems from the worry that we'll disappoint someone or fail to measure up in the eyes of others. We might habitually broadcast our plans, seeking reassurance that we're on the right path. Yet the quest for approval can become a leaky bucket, draining the energy you need to make those same visions come alive. There is a gentle liberation in keeping certain dreams close to your heart until they feel sturdy enough to stand without external support. It isn't about secrecy. Rather, it's about sovereignty over your path, recognizing that your worth is not determined by how many people nod in agreement with your ideas. When you give yourself permission to let go of external approval, you're also inviting in an unwavering trust in your own judgment. In the realm of self-help, new practices often encourage a balanced vulnerability, where you share enough of yourself to connect authentically, but not so much that you lose the sacredness of your inner world. Imagine holding a delicate seedling in your hands. You wouldn't set it out in a windstorm before it's had time to grow strong roots. In the same way, you protect your budding intentions from harsh conditions until they can firmly take hold. Take a deep, nourishing breath. If any feelings of insecurity or longing for validation surface, place a hand on your heart. Let yourself feel the warmth of your own acceptance. Affirm quietly, I am enough. My dreams are valid, even when they are seen by no one but me. When you no longer need a round of applause, you become your own greatest cheerleader, celebrating each step, each milestone, no matter how small. It's about forming a committed partnership with yourself, one where your inner voice speaks loudest when it comes to the question, am I on the right track? Recent self-help discussions have also centered on the concept of having an accountability buddy, but with a nuance. Choose only those who truly understand and support your vision without trying to reshape it. In an age where many feel pressured to constantly perform and update their social media feeds, a gentle approach can be revolutionary. You're allowed to hold your visions in the tender space of your heart, revealing them only when you're truly ready. And if fear of rejection lingers, understand that it's merely a fragment of your mind's attempt to keep you safe. Recognize it, bless it, and gently let it go. You do not have to wait for anyone's permission or seal of approval to live your life fully and courageously. In the next section, we'll delve deeper into the core of this principle: how to act bravely, even when the outcome is uncertain. We'll see how trusting yourself wholeheartedly can transform everyday decisions into soulful leaps of faith, reminding you that genuine progress arises when you release the shackles of others' opinions and let your own unwavering spirit lead the way. Taking action when the outcome is guaranteed may feel comfortable, but it seldom fosters personal evolution. The real growth emerges when we move forward with hope, despite not knowing how things will unfold. Acting without fear of losing becomes an expansive experience, an opportunity to realize that your self-worth doesn't hinge on success or failure. You are innately worthy, regardless of how circumstances turn out. Stepping into the unknown requires a loving relationship with uncertainty. Instead of dreading it, consider welcoming uncertainty as a mentor who sharpens your intuition and strengthens your resolve. Each time you act from a place of quiet confidence, without broadcasting every detail or seeking applause, you train your inner compass to guide you. You start believing in your capacity to navigate the twists and turns of life, trusting that you will emerge wiser regardless of what happens. You can begin with a simple visualization practice. Imagine standing before a mirror, looking deep into your own eyes. Visualize yourself taking a bold step, perhaps starting a new project, speaking your truth calmly in a difficult situation, or changing a significant aspect of your life. Embrace the flutter of excitement and nerves as natural. Then affirm to yourself, I move forward with grace, trusting that every experience unfolds for my highest good. In daily life, small acts can serve as powerful catalysts. Maybe you've been quietly thinking about attending that art class or volunteering in your community. Or perhaps you want to ask for a raise or shift careers altogether. The main point is not to overplan or wait for a stamp of approval. Instead, you close your mouth, silencing the internal critic and the external opinions, and take the next step in faith. Recently, more people are exploring incremental challenges, like daily small steps, to break free from fear. This approach encourages consistent, low-pressure forward movement rather than one dramatic leap. For instance, if you're anxious about public speaking, you might first record a short video for yourself, practicing your speaking points. Over time, these small wins build an unshakable confidence grounded in authentic self-belief rather than constant external validation. Remember, the courage to act without guarantees is rooted in self-love. You love yourself enough to try, even if the result is uncertain. You believe in your ability to adapt, grow, and persevere. When you connect to that inner resource, every step you take becomes an expression of faith in life itself. This is where real transformation begins, where you discover that success and failure are just different flavors of learning. By closing your mouth and not over-explaining yourself or your intentions, you preserve that spark of inner power, allowing it to guide your actions. In our next section, we'll delve further into how self-love dissolves lingering doubts, clarifying that the strongest foundation for fearless action is a heart that nurtures its own worth. When you anchor yourself in genuine self-love, you create a safe harbor from which every action and decision flows. Self-love is the steady undercurrent that reassures you, I am inherently worthy, and my dreams deserve room to breathe. This deep sense of worthiness clarifies your intentions. You become less inclined to shout your plans to the world for affirmation, and more inclined to quietly nurture them, trusting in your own capacity to bring them to life. In that space, the fear of losing or failing diminishes. When you believe in your own value unconditionally, setbacks become growth points rather than crushing defeats. Challenges still arise, but they don't erode your core sense of self. This perspective shift can have a profound impact on physical health as well. The relationship between the mind and body is intimate. Anxious thoughts can manifest as tension, fatigue, or a lowered immune response. Conversely, a mindset of self-love fosters resilience, better stress management, and overall well-being. To cultivate this self-love, practice simple affirmations each day. For instance, first thing in the morning, place your hand gently on your chest and affirm, I love and accept myself fully, and I trust my ability to navigate whatever comes my way. This statement, repeated consistently, sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind, reprogramming old patterns of self-doubt into new affirming truths. Another potent way to nourish self-love is through mirror work, a practice that has soared in popularity alongside the collective interest in self-help and wellness. Stand in front of a mirror, gaze into your own eyes, and speak words of kindness. This exercise can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've carried negative beliefs for years. But as you persist, you'll notice a subtle shift. You become more forgiving of your perceived flaws, more appreciative of your unique path, and more confident in your ability to create positive change. The beneficial ripple effects of self-love extend far beyond your personal sphere. When you truly honor and nurture yourself, you naturally inspire others to do the same. You radiate an aura of calm assurance that can positively influence your relationships, your work, and your creative pursuits. People often find themselves drawn to individuals who exhibit unwavering self-respect. It's a quiet magnetism that doesn't rely on bold proclamations or external validation. Picture yourself in a moment of challenge or risk. Feel the tension build in your body, the swirling uncertainties in your mind. Then envision a steady wave of compassion and acceptance washing over you. That is the essence of self-love in action, unwavering support for yourself, by yourself. No matter the outcome, you recognize your intrinsic value, beyond opinions, beyond results, beyond circumstances. In our next section, we'll explore how gratitude can further anchor you in a space of unwavering positivity. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you for what you already have. It's about recognizing the richness of your journey, even the uneasy in-between moments, as invaluable steps in your evolutionary path toward fearless living. Gratitude is often described as a powerful magnet for all that is good in life. When you adopt a perspective of thankfulness, you send a clear signal to your mind, body, and the entire universe. I see blessings everywhere, and I am open to even more. By focusing on what you do have rather than what you lack, you soften the grip of fear and awaken a sense of security. This security gently cradles you, enabling you to close your mouth and act with steady confidence, knowing that whatever happens, there is already so much to be grateful for. In recent years, gratitude journaling has surged in popularity. People share morning and evening reflections across social media platforms, encouraging each other to list out blessings and victories, big or small. This is more than just a fleeting trend. It's a testament to the transformative power of focusing on life's gifts. When you begin your day with thoughts of gratitude, perhaps for the sun's warmth, the kindness of a stranger, or even a lesson learned from a painful experience, your heart expands. You meet the day with a calm reassurance that you are, in fact, well supported. Let your gratitude practice be simple and heartfelt. Before you speak or act, take a moment to acknowledge something you're thankful for. A supportive friend, a loved one, your own perseverance, or the guidance you've received from within. Allow this feeling of appreciation to fill you up, creating a soft cushion of peace and positivity. From this vantage point, taking bold action feels less daunting because you remember that no matter the result, you have countless reasons to remain hopeful. If you ever feel the grip of anxiety or the urge to seek validation from others, pause and return to gratitude. You might speak the words internally. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for my ability to choose peace and confidence right now. This short affirmation can reset your emotional state, reminding you that blessings abound, even in the midst of uncertainty. Gratitude also enhances your spiritual connection, whatever form that may take for you. When you recognize and honor the abundance present in your life, you align with a higher frequency, one that fosters joy, receptivity, and creativity. Acting from this higher vibration naturally invites more opportunities, more synchronicities, and more supportive circumstances into your life. Remember that gratitude is an ongoing practice, not a one-time event. It's an ever-present invitation to shift your perception, to break the cycle of negativity, and to ground yourself in love. In doing so, you disarm the fear of losing because you've already acknowledged the wealth of gifts at your disposal. In our next section, we'll explore the role of negative self-talk and how to recognize and transform those hidden narratives that keep you from standing in your power. As you continue to cultivate gratitude, it becomes easier to catch yourself when old mental patterns arise. You'll find it increasingly natural to move forward, speak less, and act more, guided by a tender but unwavering sense of purpose. Each of us carries internal dialogues, whispers of doubt, echoes of past criticism that can sow seeds of fear. These negative voices often grow louder when we contemplate bold actions or try to protect our quiet intentions. Although closing your mouth can help you keep external negativity at bay, it's equally vital to address the inner commentary that says, I'm not good enough, I'll fail, or who am I to dream this big? Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Whenever you catch a self-defeating thought, treat it gently, as you would a child who's afraid of the dark. Recognize that it's just a story your mind is using to keep you safe from perceived risk. But safety, in this sense, can be stifling, blocking you from stepping into your full brilliance. By meeting these thoughts with compassion rather than judgment, you disarm their power. One practice you might find helpful is what some now call mental reframing. When a negative thought arises, pause and ask yourself, is this absolutely true? Where's the evidence? Quite often, you'll find the thought is a generalization stemming from past hurt or fear. You can then replace it with a kinder, more accurate statement, one that acknowledges your strengths and your right to grow. In times of stillness, these hidden thoughts become more visible. By embracing intentional silence, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply unplugging from digital noise, you give yourself the opportunity to truly listen to your mental patterns. It might feel uncomfortable at first to confront these murky beliefs, but remember that awareness leads to healing. You're shining a gentle light on what's been in the shadows, and once revealed, those shadows start to dissipate. Affirmations play a key role here. A potent one might be, my mind is my ally, and I choose loving thoughts that empower me. Repeating this whenever you sense negativity taking hold can gradually shift your mental landscape. Over time, you'll notice that doubts recede more quickly, making room for confidence and inspiration. Certain self-help circles emphasize the synergy between journaling and affirmations. You can write down each negative thought, followed by a more affirming, compassionate statement. This process not only clarifies what you believe about yourself, but also actively rewires those limiting scripts. Think of it as updating old software in your mind so it functions more harmoniously with your goals and desires. As you transform negative self-talk, remember that it's a lifelong journey, not an overnight fix. Each time you pivot from fear to love, even if it's a small pivot, you move closer to the version of yourself who acts without fear of losing. In the next section, we'll delve deeper into how aligning your energy can amplify this process, allowing you to stand firm in your power, guided by an ever-quieting mind that champions your dreams instead of questioning them. Every emotion you experience carries a distinct energetic signature. Fear can feel heavy, constricting. Hope feels light, expansive. When you close your mouth and act without fear of losing, you're essentially choosing to release dense emotional weights, such as anxiety, doubt, or the need for validation, and step into a lighter, more liberated energetic state. Balancing your energy isn't about denying reality. It's about consciously aligning yourself with faith, love, and purpose rather than worry. Many people today are discovering the value of breathwork, yoga, and other body-centered practices that help regulate emotional currents. These methods allow you to tune into your internal state and gently shift from tension to harmony. A simple exercise might be taking slow, deep breaths for a minute, focusing only on the sensation of air flowing in and out. You may notice your mind quieting, your muscles softening, and a subtle flow of calm spreading throughout your body. This calm is the bedrock from which fearless action can arise. Another approach is to visualize a gentle, radiant light enveloping your body, starting from the feet and moving upward. With each breath, imagine that light dissolving tension in your legs, your torso, your shoulders, and finally your head. If your mind is racing with potential worst-case scenarios, see them evaporate, replaced by a soothing warmth that says, "I am safe. I am free to act with confidence." Affirm, "My energy is balanced and serene. I choose peace as the foundation for my decisions." Statements like this, repeated often, remind you that you hold the power to shape your own emotional climate. Yes, external stressors will appear, and circumstances may feel uncertain, but you retain the authority to decide how much space worry occupies in your life. This doesn't mean you'll never feel fear again. Rather, you develop a healthy respect for fear's lessons without allowing it to paralyze you. By tending to your emotional balance regularly, through practices like mindful movement, breath work, or even quiet walks in nature, you become more resilient. Acting in silence, without the compulsion to explain yourself, becomes easier because your sense of inner support is strong. You trust that you can handle what comes next because you're tuned into a stable core of self-assurance. In the realm of energetic alignment, many also explore visualization exercises for manifesting positive outcomes. By focusing your thoughts and emotions on what you desire rather than on what you dread, you raise your vibration. This higher vibration resonates with opportunities, relationships, and experiences that mirror your newfound confidence. Ultimately, balancing energy and emotions is about creating a continuous feedback loop of serenity and self-belief. As you cultivate calm and clarity, you send a ripple effect into every action you take, even the boldest ones. In the next section, we'll explore how to sustain momentum in this journey, touching on the daily habits and routines that keep you steady, determined, and unafraid of life's ebbs and flows. Momentum thrives on consistency. When you commit to small, meaningful steps every day, you gradually dissolve the belief that dramatic leaps are required to transform your life. Instead, you learn that growth often happens in those quieter moments, when you choose a healthier thought, practice a mindful routine, or take a subtle but courageous step toward your dream. These incremental changes build upon each other like bricks, creating a solid path that leads you forward with surprising speed. A helpful approach is to craft a simple daily routine that aligns with your core intent. Perhaps you begin the morning by journaling 3 affirmations or engaging in a brief moment of mirror work. Maybe you schedule a midday break for a few minutes of breath work, allowing tension to dissolve. Ending your day with a gratitude list can refocus your mind on what went right, anchoring you in positivity before rest. These rituals don't need to be elaborate. The key is consistency and sincerity. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is patience. Expecting instant results or constant validation can undermine your resolve. Real change often arises gradually. By showing up day after day for your routines, be they affirmations, gratitude lists, or silent reflection, you send a message of unwavering commitment to yourself. It's this internal declaration of, "I'm here for my own growth no matter what," that fuels your momentum in truly lasting ways. You might occasionally feel discouraged if you don't see immediate evidence of progress. That's normal. Think of a seed germinating beneath the soil. For a time, nothing appears on the surface. Then, one day, a small green shoot breaks through. Similarly, Your continuous acts of self-care and mindful action are cultivating a profound transformation, even when it's not yet visible. Affirm, I am dedicated to my growth, day by day, step by step. Remind yourself that each day is a new chance to nurture your dream, your sense of purpose, and your well-being. Over time, you'll notice tangible changes in how you perceive challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how you carry yourself in the face of uncertainty. This process of sustained momentum is deeply intertwined with the principle of not rushing to announce your plans to the world. By keeping some endeavors private, you minimize distractions and safeguard your energy for the work that truly matters. You also free yourself from the pressure of continuous updates, which can sometimes create an external timeline that doesn't match your internal growth pace. As you build these habits and embrace growth, celebrate each milestone, even the small ones. Quietly acknowledge how far you've come, and let that recognition fuel your passion to keep going. In our final section, we'll weave together all these themes: silence, fearless action, gratitude, self-love, and energy alignment, into a concluding message that reminds you of your boundless potential and the joy of living a life unshackled by fear. You've journeyed through the subtle power of silence, learned to honor your dreams without broadcasting them prematurely, and discovered how to act with unwavering faith rather than crippling fear. When you close your mouth and act without fear of losing, you're not silencing your authentic self. You're learning to listen more closely to your own wisdom. You're granting yourself the grace to move from a place of quiet confidence, trusting that genuine growth and success often bloom best when nurtured away from the noise of external opinions. Throughout these reflections, you've seen how releasing the need for approval frees up tremendous emotional space for creativity and courage. By welcoming stillness into your life, you grant your intuition a chance to speak louder than the world's chatter. Choosing self-love shifts your perspective, so you no longer link your worth to validation from others. With gratitude as your anchor, you transform potential losses into stepping stones that guide you toward deeper appreciation and resilience. When negative self-talk arises, you respond with compassion and affirmations that illuminate a path forward. Balancing your energy and tending to your emotional well-being further strengthens your ability to act with calm assurance. Remember, each of these practices is a piece of an ever-evolving puzzle that reflects the wholeness of who you are. They work together like different instruments in an orchestra, creating harmony within you. Over time, your consistent efforts, small or large, compose a beautiful symphony of self-trust, empowerment, and clarity. As you move forward, keep in mind that life is dynamic. Circumstances shift, emotions ebb and flow, and the mind may occasionally revert to old habits. That's perfectly okay. The aim isn't to achieve a permanent state of flawless serenity, but rather to develop the resilience and self-awareness to return to your center time and again. Each stumble becomes an opportunity to practice compassion toward yourself and renew your commitment to living from a place of self-empowerment. With a gentle hand over your heart, breathe in and affirm, I am guided by my inner wisdom. I act with courage and love, free from fear of losing. Let this final affirmation be a beacon as you step into your daily life. It's a reminder that you hold within you all the tools and insights needed to thrive. Thank yourself for taking this inward journey, for being open to exploring these principles of mindful silence, fearless action, and unwavering self-belief. It takes remarkable courage to shift from relying on the world's applause to trusting your own inner applause. You are worthy of that trust. Keep this spirit alive in your heart. Let it guide your words, your silences, your steps, and the dreams you choose to nurture. As you cultivate this quiet power, you'll find that the life you envision begins to unfold in ways that mirror your new, confident stance. Act with grace. Keep some dreams close, and never fear losing. For in every moment, you are learning, growing, and becoming more deeply aligned with the radiant force of possibility within you.